Hello everyone. I don't know what happened there, people. Don't know what happened there. My intro didn't play, and suddenly I couldn't join the screen. But hope everyone is well, alive and kicking, happy, and we've got 3 points in the bag. What can I say about today's game? What can I say about today's game? We'll get into it. We'll get into it, guys. But welcome. It's another session. It's another sit back session on a Sunday night. Hope you're well. Temperature out there has dropped. I was freezing cold today. I can't lie to you. I was a bit cold. But yeah, let's have a look who's in the house. Kawaja, come on, you Gunners. Big up, my friend. Always a legend in here. Lynch, big up, Lynch. Big up, Acers. What an incredible weekend for us all round, man. Yeah, massive weekend. Massive weekend. Um, absolutely superb. Absolutely superb. Results-wise. Results, 3 points wise, but we will get into the football. Love the good sit back with Uncle D. Come on, you Gunners. Big up, my friend Lynch. Big up, Lux. He's also in. Subscribe, peeps. Come on, you know it makes sense. You know you've all got to subscribe. What was your line up against Brighton? Yeah, we could go through that later on, my friend. To be honest with you, we will get through that in the show before we close the lineup for Wednesday in the Carabao Cup. Yeah, we will get into it. But big up everyone that's in. So let's talk about the game today. There's a couple of facts that we have to put into the mix. We all know that 3 points is 3 points, and it's vital that we pulled away from Liverpool and extended our lead over Man City. You know, when you got Man City slipping up and you got Liverpool slipping up, it's vital that you win and just get that kind of gap, get that kind of, brace, if you like, because you never know what's round the corner. So that was vital. 3 points are vital. We're over the moon. I'm absolutely buzzing how far ahead we are, and it's looking pretty comfortable at the moment. However, if you look at the game was not very good. I can't lie, people. I can't just sit here and say that the game was a good game. I was bored, to be honest with you. I thought the game was pretty dead. The stadium was dead. The game was dead. We didn't have a shot until the 33rd minute. We didn't have a shot on goal, and that was a sort of a weak effort from Trossard. It wasn't good. Palace tried. They tried to come at us, and they had good possession of the ball in times. Mateta is strong. He looks strong. He had the best of Saliba a couple of times in that first half. Saliba showed, he was stronger than Saliba a couple of times in that first half. And he got goal side of him on one occasion. But they just lack that kind of cutting edge, and they lack that kind of real quality that's going to hurt teams like Arsenal. Luckily enough. However, there will be times when we do come across teams and they will have that quality. And this is what worries me going forward. The things that worry me going forward, that is it sustainable? And we've touched on it time and time again. Is it sustainable? I think we're about 17th or 18th in the league on goals in open play. 5 goals in open play. You know, can you win a league playing like that? I don't know. Some would say, George Graham's teams in the past, but we saw goals. We were scoring goals. We were battering teams with, even under George Graham's, we were scoring 3 and 4 goals, So we'll have to wait and see. I just hope Man City and Liverpool don't get their act together, to be honest, because if they do, and we are struggling to score goals in open play, and we're struggling, then that's when it could come back to bite us. But all positive at the moment. Let's go through the team. Raya didn't really have a lot to do, to be honest. In fact, there wasn't really much action from both teams, if I'm going to be honest with you. It reminded me of the kind of game that we had against Everton last season, where that run out of 0-0. This game was very, very similar. Very, very similar indeed, It was one of them. It was just one of them. And I've said this before. When we kick off, it always seems to be when we kick off at like 2 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon. There's just that kind of air about the game. Go into the game around the stadium. You just don't get that same kind of buzz. And then you get in the stadium, and it's all a little bit flat. I don't know why. It's just that Sunday afternoon 2 o'clock vibe. The other vibe that you get from a kickoff is like the 12:30 one. That's another one. That's another bit of kind of funny atmosphere around the stadium and a funny atmosphere. But we started off slow. I could see the way the game was going to pan out, to be honest, because as soon as we started off, we was just passing it sideways and backwards. And I was going to go, this is going to end up back at Gabriel. This pass is ending up back at the goalkeeper. And it just carried on and on and on and on and on. So as a game, as a spectacle, it's not one that you'd be rushing home to watch on telly, put it that way. But we got the 3 points, and Eze took his goal brilliantly. I mean, let's be honest, he adjusted his feet, and, it was a great finish from another set piece, wasn't it? Set piece has come up, it's cleared on the edge of the box, and he's kind of got in. He's got in there ahead of the defender, and as we know, the rest is history. However, I thought Timber again. He looks a lot more promising going forward. He's taking on players now. He's starting to add that attacking play into his game, which is always good. Gabriel's solid as anything. I mean, he probably is, for me, the one out of all the players, he's probably one that is absolutely vital going forward, Gabriel. I'd say he's more an important defender than Timber or Saliba, to be honest. I thought he was really, really good again today. Calafiori does what Calafiori does. No real bad hiccups in him. He was steady. I mean, he's been steady, Calafiori, to be honest. I can't really not say he wasn't steady. He's been steady, really steady. So, long may it continue. Long may it continue. Going through the midfield, Rice, he looked tired. There was parts of his game where he got on the ball. Again, Rice does what Rice does. He's always wanting the ball. He's always getting the ball. He's always trying to make things happen. He's good at trying to link up the final third and, making himself available. And when he can, he drives forward. But he just weren't as mobile as what he has been in the past, last couple of games. But he done okay. Zubamendi, he had one of them, didn't he? Again, this is what worries me with Zubamendi, and this is what I've been saying with Zubamendi, and a lot of the Arsenal faithful don't like hearing it, but I'm going to say it as it is. I don't get consistency from Zubamendi. I get moments from Zubamendi, bit like this fan base. You just get moments from Zubamendi. There'll be games where he looks different class, and there'll be games where he looks just normal. He's just kind of not doing it for me on a regular basis. He done okay, but he's not. I want a bit more. I want a bit more from my number 6. He got caught in possession a couple of times. He gave the ball away. When he's under pressure, he panics a bit. He doesn't like being under pressure. He likes everything in front of him, and he likes time. When he hasn't got that and he's under pressure, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. Yeah, and so Zubamendi, for me, he had one of them games, to be honest. One of them games where I just look at and go, oh, okay, that's it. Gyökeres got nothing, fed off scraps, huffed and puffed, tried to blow the house down, didn't quite work, pushed, shoved, run the lines, works his socks off, makes things happen, he's a nuisance. Let's be honest, he's a nuisance, isn't he? He's like that crazy uncle at a wedding, isn't he? He's like a nuisance, and you want him there, but you can't really get rid of him. He really is a pain in the backside for defenders. he doesn't give them 5 minutes. He's always hassling and everything else. But from a goal scorer's point of view, he's not just getting in the right areas for me. He's not getting in the right areas to give himself a chance of scoring goals. So that's a worry. Trossard, sorry. Not for me, people. Not for me. Not for me. Get him off the bench. Give him 25 minutes, 40 minutes. Try and make something happen. After that, no. No. Not for me. Trossard's not for me. Saka, he was ill. Way off it. Way off it. Didn't look right. Don't know whether he's injured, but apparently he had an illness. And they wanted to take him off to risk injury. In my eyes, if he was ill and he wasn't feeling well, he had a virus, he shouldn't have been playing in the first place. Because you've got to trust your squad. Apparently, it's the best in Europe. If it's the best, if it's that good, trust your squad. Don't play him. Why play him? So I didn't understand that one. So all in all, it was a kind of performance whereby, you know, you just stink the place out and get out of there, and that's what they've done. That's what they've done, basically. That is what they've done. How long can we sustain it for? I don't know. But at the moment, it's all happy days. It's all happy days. Big up the Lux. Subscribe, peeps. Come on, peeps. Let's go. I want to see changes. The Eze goal warmed you up. It did a little bit, Lynch. It did a little bit. I've got to admit, I was glad to see it at the back of the net. It was a relief. I was asleep. I was like, oh, this is like, something's got to happen here. If we'd have gone in 0-0, Lynch, I think that game might have panned out a 0-0. Because to be honest with you, there weren't really much going on. You know, DJB, you still awake after the game? Just about, my friend. What was it like in the crowd? Loads of people left early. 74th, 75th minute, people were walking out the stadium. Round about the 75th minute. Yeah, they were. The stadium was dead. It was dead. You know, there was a lot of yawns. There was a lot of it. People were having conversations. They weren't even watching the game. They were just like chatting about what they'd done over the weekend and what they was going to do. It was kind of, yeah, it was like, yeah, it was weird. It was weird. 70% set pieces. They will run out eventually. Guna, this is it. They will do. They will do. We need to be more creative. We need to be more creative. We need to be more switched on, and we need to be more creative. We need to be more. It's still very, very, very predictable. I was predicting where all the passes was going to go, and Palace looked comfortable. To be honest with you, I'm not going to lie to you, people. Palace looked comfortable. They were sitting in front of us, and then they was trying to create things on the break. They weren't at their best game. Adam Walton had quite a good game. He looked okay, but he wasn't at his best. So you know they weren't at their full flowing best, Palace. So they've probably come out of there thinking, how did we lose it? How we're not come away with a point, really? Because, as I said, apart from the Eze goal, it had 0-0 written all over it. It was very, very similar to the Everton game last season. Had 0-0 written all over it. If you was betting in play, you would have never have backed 1-0, 2-0. You'd have backed 0-0 because no team really looked like scoring, really. Poor game. Mikel almost forces a boring start to win the game. He wants this too methodical. It's way too structured. It's affected up until a certain point. It's our defensive person. Exactly. Our defence is looking really solid, Lynch. It really is looking solid. And Gabriel is a big, big part of that. He's a massive part of that unit. He's talking all the time. He's telling people where to stand, where to go. Honestly, he's constantly. He should be club captain for me. He really should. He should be club captain for me. Without even George Graham was nearly asleep in the stadium. Honestly, it was poor. Wasn't a good game at all. But listen, we get 3 points. Would I like to see us more? Would I like to see us playing with a little bit more flair and a little bit panache and a little bit more going forward? Yes, of course I would. And if we're going to win the title, I'd like to win it in style. But however, I just want to win something. And if it means us having to sit through this for the rest of the season, it's going to be painful. But the joy at the end of it might overshadow all that. So sometimes you have to take the rough with the smooth, don't you? You have to take the rough with the smooth and get on with it, you know? This will be a Leicester season. Someone will win the league that's unexpected. Well, you got Bournemouth up there at the moment. Bournemouth and Bournemouth, Sunderland, Spurs. Great win for them. Great win for them. Fans must be hungover. Too much sideways and backwards. Honestly, they're coached to do that. I know, it was terrible, man. It was terrible, Lynch. Big up. We have some serious talent defensively. We do. Really good. Rice looked to touch off it. Lynch, he did, to be honest. He did. He looked tired. There was lots and lots of spells in that game where he looked really, really leggy, Lynch. I've got to be honest with you. Really did. Good evening, DJ B. Wahal. Good evening. Lisusi just beat Trump for the first ranking event win. Oh, great moment. Oh, right. Okay. Massive. Cool. I'll have to watch that. I'll have to catch up on a bit of snooker, Waha. I used to watch it all the time. Relentless. Used to watch it all the time. And then I had that phase where I just kind of like flitted in and out of it. But yeah, definitely get on that. Definitely. Black's Crow, big up, my friend. Welcome to the community. Make sure you sub, smash a like. Please, it does help the channel. So if you could do that, everyone, that'd be great. Like, sub, exactly. Yeah, it does help the channel out a lot. I'm not content with Gorkarez. Do you know what? I think he's treading a fine line, Lynch, to be honest. I said it again. We all got gassed up that he got his 2 goals. If you can call them goals, really, against Atleti. The standards of football that I've seen, yeah, I mean, look, they've hit the back of the net and that's all that matters. But yeah, he's treading a fine line, Yorkeres. I don't know. I'm not. He needs to do a little bit more for me. I keep saying it. And I will keep saying it because I really want him to do well. But he's just, I don't know. He runs and runs and runs and he's a nuisance, but he looks like a championship striker. If for the better word, he don't look anything special for me. His first touch is not very good when he's got the ball when he's trying to move defenders, when he's got the ball, it don't seem to happen. He don't seem to know. He doesn't look as if he's got full control of it. He helps the team. He helps the team massively. His work, you can't knock his work rate. I'll give him that. But for me, there's times when you're thinking, right, go and attack the space. Go and attack the penalty box. Go and give him an option. Give him another option. But he don't seem to do that. And I'm still not convinced with Eza. I know he got his goal today. But he's going through the motions for me, Eza. He's not really... It's as if something's holding him back. He's not really going that extra mile for me. You're still not seeing the Eza of what he was like at Crystal Palace. For me, he seems to kind of... It's all kind of laboured, He'll have little moments where he'll get the ball and he'll do something and you think, oh, that's good. Now go and receive the return pass. Now turn, get the ball, run at players. He's... Again, it's being coached. This is how they're being coached. This is how they're being told to play. And that to me is worrying because it could come up and bite us, guys. It really could. If them set pieces start drying up like they did last season, I think we went through that spell where we hardly scored a set piece because we were saying, oh, what's happened to the set piece coach? If them set pieces start drying up, then we'd be looking over our shoulder. Definitely. Give Yorkeres 50 games. If Havertz gets 50 games, He's rubbish. Yorkeres does. Yeah, exactly. You got to give him. Trouble is, we haven't got that time. We haven't got that time, my friend. Either Rice, Gabriel, man of the match, but not too many. No, not Joseph. They didn't. I'd probably go along with that, to be honest. I'd probably give it Gabriel. You know, when Saliba was having a bit of a tough time with him, Gabriel was there. You know, yeah. Big up, Icy Spicy. Hope everyone's well. Big up to you, my friend. Always absolute legend. Thank you very much indeed. Wowie Talks, yes. Big up, my friend. Absolutely. And we have the Suge in. Big up, Suge. Big up, DJB. Hit the like, subscribe. Of course, my thoughts were, was it good? No. Yet 3 points and others lost. Zubi and Trossard are not starters. Lynch, you're in my camp. Suge, you are in my camp, Suge. Big up to you. I've been saying it a long time about Trossard. He's not a starter for me. Zubamendi, I don't know where he gets this tag that he's world class and he's class and everything else. If you think that world class is man like Zubamendi, then you have not watched football then. You've not watched hardly any football through the years. That's all I can say. Because he's too in and out for me. And I want my number sixes to be brave. I want them to be strong. I want them to dictate the midfield. I want them to slow the pace down, up the tempo. I don't want them getting caught on the ball. I don't want them being pushed off the ball under pressure. I don't want them giving the ball away. And he does all them things. When he doesn't, he's looking good. When he's got the freedom of the football pitch, brilliant. But Palace was put on him a little bit today, and there was a lot of times he was panicking. He wasn't, yeah. Is that what you want in a midfield? It's not for me. Not for me. But it is what it is. He's not won me over yet, put it that way. He's not won me over. He's a good player, but he hasn't. I'm not jumping up and down and getting out of my seat every time he gets the ball. Whereas man like Declan Rice, he goes missing in the midfield and you know about it. When he goes missing in the midfield, it's like getting your car stolen. You walk out, well, hang on a minute, where's my car? Where's my car? It's gone. Where's my car? Do you know what I mean? That'd be Declan Rice in the midfield. Hang on a minute, where's the midfield? Where's the midfield gone? It's gone. But big up Suge as always, absolute legend. As of all the chat, make sure that you sub and smash a like. The Suge. And this is the sit back session. As always, I've got a bit of a sore throat tonight, guys. I was cold over there today, man. I was freezing. It's an age thing, people. It's an age thing. I wrapped up as well, but I just obviously weren't wrapped. It's time for the North Face to come out, isn't it? Yeah. It's time for the old North Face puffer jacket to come out. You know what I mean? And get the old, oh yeah, I can't be feeling like that over there. Thought was never going to see a goal in the amount of times Zubamendi passed back to Gabriel and Saliba. It's safe, isn't it? It's safe. It's what I'm saying. It's safe. It's boring football, to be honest with you. It is boring. It is boring. I know we scored 4 goals against Atleti, but on a day-to-day, week-to-week basis, it ain't pretty to watch. But listen, if we win the league, you're not going to worry about what's pretty, are you? You know, you ain't really. Apparently, Jude Bellingham is back. Yep, apparently so, Kawaja. Jude Bellingham is one of the best midfielders in the world, I heard. You heard that wrong, my friend. You need to go get your ears tested. I think he's in that category as one of the most overrated midfield players. I think he's an exceptional player. And I'd have him at Arsenal. But I wouldn't put him up there as the best I've ever seen, to be honest with you. DJB, exactly. Mad. Prediction was almost right against Atleti, DJB. 3-0 against Brighton coming up. Yeah, I wonder what was your prediction against Crystal Palace? Must have been about 4 or 5. I said 2-0. I said it won't be. What did I say? It won't be a pretty 2-0. In fact, it was an ugly 1-0 instead. So there you go. Snooker makes me sleep, but so does Arsenal. Snooker never used to. It used to be exciting, snooker. There were some great players back in the day, wasn't it? Alex Higgins and all of that. Steve Davis was a wizard, wasn't he? Stephen Hendry, all them sort of players. You know, characters as well. Don't seem to be any characters in sport anymore, does there? You know what I mean by characters, sort of, you know, cheeky chappies, have a laugh, have a bit of banter and that, you know. Lot of characters have gone out of sport now, isn't it? Gazza was a character, wasn't he? Joseph, I think we always have a goal in us with set pieces. Yeah, possibly. Possibly. I mean, is it a case of other teams that are just bad at defending, or are we just brilliant at set pieces? Because that today, for me, was bad defending. The ball wasn't cleared properly and no one closed Eze down quick enough. And some of the corners that we score from, they're just not watching the runners, are they? They're watching the ball. They're not watching their man. I don't know whether it's just bad defending. I mean, the Premiership on the whole, I mean, you know, big up Bournemouth, big up Sunderland. They're going to be tough places to go. People keep saying to me, oh, Man City, Liverpool, and I keep coming back to them. They're not the teams you got to worry about. We know what them teams are like. We know we have to raise our game against Man City and the Liverpools. It's when you take your eye off the ball against teams like Sunderland away with the best home record. They're the teams you got to worry about. We're prepared for the top teams. We're prepared for the London derbies. We're prepared for the Man Cities and all of that when they come to town or when we rock up at the Etihad. That's rammed in us. It's in our DNA. You rock up at Sunderland, 5:30 kickoff, pouring a rain, wind, and an hostile crowd, and a team that's flying at the moment. That's a whole different experience for a man like Zubimendi. I'm telling you, he won't ever witness anything like. He won't have witnessed anything like that. Big up, chat. Big up, Nicholas. I hope you're well, my brother. DJ, another win in the book, and we move on. Yeah, that's basically it, people. That's basically it. I mean, we could have wrapped this up within like 5 minutes, the sit back session. We could have said, crap game, boring, no shots, predictable, 1-0, 3 points, move on. Thanks, everyone. Good night. But that's basically it. Yeah, that is it in a nutshell. I suppose it was 30 minutes when there wasn't even a shot. It was terrible, man. Suge and everyone, it was like I was sitting there and I'm looking at the big screen, and it got to 20 minutes and I've gone to my son, we ain't even had a shot, not even had a corner. Then it got to 25 minutes and I was like, come on. I was like, come on, you Gunners, come on, yeah, come on. And it was like, yeah, shocking. I was scared in the last 10 minutes. I thought they were going to score. They came at us a little bit last 10 minutes. And this is what I mean. This is what I'm saying. You give teams glimmers and you might get punished. That could have easily have turned into a draw. Easily turned into a draw. Curvy Models Daily, big up, welcome. Trossard is a baller. He got more goals and assists than Palmer. Okay, who would you rather have in your team, though? Right? So we're league champions and we're looking to strengthen, right? Big up Curvy Models Daily. Big up, my friend. Well, thank you for joining me. And you've come over from when I go on the Brother DGs. I see you in the chat often. So big up. Welcome to the community. And this ain't, I'm not digging you out. I mean, you like Trossard, that's fine. I haven't got a problem with that. Not a problem. Everyone likes different players for different things. For me, he's not what I want to see on a regular basis playing for Arsenal. I want to see people that are up for it consistently, looking dangerous. He's a little bit in and out for me, Trossard. However, If we win the title and we're looking to strengthen and we've got a chance of signing Cole Palmer and it means Trossard's got to be sold, who are you keeping? Are you signing Palmer or are you keeping Trossard and saying, no, we don't want Palmer? So I'll reverse it. I know who I'd sign. I'd be wanting Palmer. But yeah. But Palmer's been injured a lot. I mean, Palmer's hardly played. He's been injured. But yeah. No, listen, I'm not disrespecting him. It's just what I see. It's just what I see. There's no disrespect on Trossard at all. As I said, I think he's brilliant coming off the bench. I think he's great to kind of give something different if things are not happening. He's brilliant to bring off the bench, and he ain't really let us down when he's been brought off the bench. But as a starter week in and week out for 90 minutes, for me, it wouldn't be Trossard. You got to remember the club wanted to sell him in the summer. Is that being disrespectful? Are Arsenal being disrespectful that if the right money had come in for him, he'd have been sold? This is what I'm trying to say. So, you know, it's not being disrespectful when you're just having an opinion of what you see in a football player. Some people say that Zubimendi's world class. Well, if you think Zubimendi's world class, then you ain't watched men like Zidane play or Pirlo play, Vieira play, Roy Keane play, Paul Scholes play. It's not being disrespectful. It's just an honest observation. But big up to you, my friend. Big up. You know, nice to see you. Yeah, big up and welcome. Zubimendi's not even better than Jordan Henderson, and Sean Longstaff plays simple pass and Zubimendi, that's it. Yeah, I mean, Henderson's having a good season. I mean, I don't want him anywhere near the England team, but he's not having a bad season, Jordan Henderson. Granit Xhaka for Sunderland is doing madness. You know? Yeah, Rice needs a proper partner. I always thought Partey would be that. Yeah. Partey better than Zubi. I would say so. I would say Partey last season brought more to the table than Zubimendi. If we'd have kept Partey this season playing like that, we wouldn't be mentioning Zubimendi. We would not even have him in the same conversation. And if Partey had been 3 or 4 years younger, we wouldn't have even gone for Zubimendi. He would not have even been on the radar. Julian Timber, best right back in the world right now. He's up there, definitely. 100%. I'll give you that. Timber is an absolute brilliant. And do you know what? This is one of the reasons why we are solid this season. The reason why Arsenal are much more efficient this season is because of our fullbacks. We're not getting overloaded down the right hand or left hand side. We had a spell where we was getting overloaded a lot down the left and down the right, and teams were getting in behind. And we haven't got that. And that's played a big part on where we are this season. Our fullbacks have been brilliant. And hats off to Calafiori, you know, and I wasn't his biggest fan, but listen, I'm going to praise him because for me, he hasn't really done a lot wrong, and you have to give credit where credit's due. So a big reason why we are top of the league and not conceding goals is because teams just cannot overload us. They're finding it hard to get that overload and that overlap and that constant. Whereas before we had teams sort of, you know, breaking the lines on the left, getting past Ben White. He was getting caught. Zinchenko used to get caught a hell of a lot, you know, and they used to get in and around. And it gave them access to get in at our goal and get shots off and crosses. Teams are not doing that this season. Our fullbacks are kind of cancelling all that out. And that's why we're more successful this season. Rice, Lewis, Skelly together, proper midfield. It would have been, but I don't think Skelly's ever going to get the chance to play there now. He won't ever play midfield on a regular basis under this football manager. It ain't going to happen. He's not got caught on the ball a lot today, unfortunately, Kawaja. No, thank God. Tyrell Gunner, how you doing, my friend? Yeah. How you doing, brother? How you doing? We're all happy gunners at the moment. Tyrell's happy gunner at the moment, but he's a real one. He's a real one. Go and check out Tyrell. He's in the real one's youth system at the moment. Is Tyrell. DJB, I can't comment on your short videos. It wasn't allowing me. Yeah, I don't feel that. Do you know what? I've just banged out a few shorts, really. I mean, it ain't really me, but I'm just putting out a few shorts. You know, if I'm at the ground, I just want... The reason why I'm doing it is because I just want some of my audience to get that kind of, you know, that feeling, that match day feeling, that kind of the ground and the stadium and, you know, our brothers across the seas and all that. I've got a video to upload when they're doing the, you know, at the start of the game and Champions League when they do the light show. I'll video that, put that up as a short and everything else. It's just a little buzz and it just gets you just a little short and all that. But I don't know why it ain't allowing you to do the comments. That's weird. That's weird, Lynch. I can't really comment on it, my friend. Can't really comment on it. Me personally, don't think there's 3 signings across the league that has hit the ground running. I understand Yorker's criticism, but the same criticism can be said for Eze, Isak and Wirtz. 100%. 100%, Suj. Totally agree with you. Totally agree with you. I'll be honest with you, Suj. I've not really seen a new signing this season that's made me go, whoa. I suppose if you was to look at probably the best 2 signings so far this season has got to be Voltemade for Newcastle and Etatike for Liverpool. They're probably the 2 that have kind of, again, not set the world alight, but I think Etatike has been a good signing for Liverpool. And Voltemade, what he's done for Newcastle is just incredible. I would say Voltemade has probably been the best signing because he went to Newcastle on the back end of all that Isak scandal. He had all that pressure on him, didn't he? Because of all this Isak stuff that was going on. And the Geordies love their number 9s. They love a striker, mate. They've been brought up on a centre forward. Malcolm McDonald, Alan Shearer, you know, Les Ferdinand, all these kind of men. Newcastle Geordies have been brought up on a really, really powerful centre forward. That's what they've made up of. And he's gone there and they've taken to him. They love him. They absolutely love him. So fair play, Voltemade. I think he's probably been the signing of the season so far. 100%. I predicted 2-0. Yeah, Quager, I did, my friend. I hope you're both keeping well. We're all well in the chat, people. Suge, totally good point. Voltemade and Mbeumo. I think Voltemade. Mbeumo's had a little bit. He's come good recently, isn't he, Suge? But you know, I think Voltemade for me has probably been the signing of the season. Great stuff, the Lynch, 100%. Lynch, I expect more from Mbeumo, but definitely Voltemade. Yeah, Voltemade for me. Fair point, Pedro. Many guys haven't settled. They haven't. They've not really set the place alight, have they? Joseph doing okay. Had a hailstorm yesterday, size of golf balls. Oh, my heart bleeds, Suge. You had a bit of rough weather. Oh, I hope everyone's well, though, brother. I hope everyone's okay. And we got Jam Boy. Big up, Jam Boy. Hello, my G's. Absolutely. Big up, Jam Boy. I hope you're having a nice weekend, my friend. Big up to you. We got Curvy Models Daily is in here. So welcome, Curvy Models Daily. Honestly, welcome to the community. Welcome. Another win. Rivals lose. Great weekend. 100%. 100%. You couldn't have painted a better picture, could you? Really, perfect weekend, didn't it? What was that song? What was this Australian guy? No, no, he weren't an Australian guy, was it? I think he rewrote it. Just a perfect day. And I was in the park. And then later, when it's dark, we'll go home. Oh, it's such a perfect day. I wanna spend. Who wrote that? Was it I've got him on the tip of my tongue. I can see him. Jam Boy, you'll know who that is. Who was the original singer of Just a Perfect Day? Oh, just a perfect day. But yeah, perfect weekend. I mean, look, and I'll tell you what's happened in the past for Arsenal. The amount of times, right? The amount of times we have seen Liverpool win, Man City win, and we've gone, right. And we've played the next day and we've gone, right, come on, Arsenal, Liverpool's lost or Man City's drawn. Let's go and win. And we've drawn or lost. You know? How many times over the years has that happened where we've gone, oh no, how have we not won that game? Liverpool lost yesterday, City drew, and we've dropped points. Typical. This season, we're not doing that. We've capitalised twice now and pulled away. And I said to someone today, squads gone by, that game, we'd have drawn that game. That would have been 1 or 0-0 that game. We'd have let Palace in, they'd have scored, and we'd have come out a draw. And that's where we're different this season as well. Once we get in front, we're very, very hard to score against. It's not pretty. We're not playing free-flowing football. We're not cutting teams apart. We're not scoring loads of goals. But once we get in front, boy, are we hard to break down. Really hard to break down. So there's a big difference. Big difference. That's what I'm saying, DJ. Just put these clubs to bed and not have to hang on or 1-0. Yeah. Yeah, it is a bit nervy. I've got to admit, it is a bit nervy, and we don't really want to go through the season having to kind of look through our fingers at a football match. You know what I mean? Palmer ain't played. No, he hasn't played. Of course he hasn't played. He's way behind on the stats. Palmer missed like 6 games. He's probably missed more than that, to be honest. Let's catch up with the chat. Respectfully, I expect Trossard to leave this summer. He can leave with Arteta. I'll tell you what, if I listen, we've all got to get our head around the fact, guys, that if Arteta doesn't win silverware, he's gone. I keep saying it and I keep preparing people. It's happening. It is happening, 100%. People keep saying to me, no, he'll stay. No, he won't. He'll be gone. If he doesn't win, if you can't win a trophy with this football team, there is something seriously, seriously wrong. Seriously wrong. And if we don't win a trophy with this football team, I don't think we ever will. If we don't win the league this year, I don't think we'll ever win it. It'd be years before we win it. It'd be like England winning the World Cup, knocking on the door, but no one's in. I don't say Trossard is better than Palmer, but we are speaking like Trossard is not scoring and winning games. Good talk, DJB. Yeah, listen, I'm not saying that Trossard has been awful. I'm just saying he's not for me on a. I mean, I go and watch him live, and he frustrates me a hell of a lot because what I want him to. I'll tell you what it is with Trossard. He hasn't got that injection of pace. He hasn't got that. Get the ball, drop your shoulder, go past the man. He's laboured for me. He gives defenders time to sort their feet out. He doesn't put them on the back foot enough. You know, he kind of dilly-dallies a lot, you know. When he does on occasions, he looks good. Or there's times when you just want him to whip the ball in and he'll check back and he'll play it safe. You know, he just frustrates me. He really does. But yeah, listen, you know, he's been an important player for me. I will not let Trossard play every game, yet he still deserves praise. 100%. Yeah, of course he does. He deserves praise. But I think we need stronger on the left, my friend. If we've got a chance to improve that left-hand side in January, man like Trossard ain't getting a game. If we can get Semenyo or someone like, I mean, we won't get Rodrigo, but just say someone of that ilk, Trossard ain't getting a game. But welcome to the community. Smash the likes up, guys. Come on, smash the likes. Oh, my man. There he is. Mr. Oh, DL Greppin, man. 9203. Big up yourself. Big up to you, my friend. Ain't seen you for a while, but you do come in and comment and you do watch my playbacks, which is quality, my friend. Big up to you, my friend. I hope you're well. Lynch, DJB, get ready. Arsenal win the league. England win the World Cup. Get ready, big guy. England have serious talent. Much more ready. Tuchel is miles better than Southgate. Oh, Lynch, man, I'll tell you what, that would be. I'd stop watching football if that happened. I'd be complete. I'd be complete. If Arsenal won the Champions League and the Premiership and England won the World Cup, I would then just start going to football matches and wouldn't give a monkeys who won. That would be my football fan career complete. That would be it. I'd have seen everything then. I'd have seen Arsenal winning League Cups, FA Cups, Championships, Champions League, and then England win the World Cup. That's it. I'm done. I've tapped out. I'll retire from football. I'll hang me hoodies up. I'll hang me jumpers up. I'll hang all, whatever a fan needs takes to football. My flask will be put away. My sleeping bag will be folded up. Pillars tucked away. Train ticket given up. Imagine that. What a year that would be. That would be immense. Jamboy in 1894. This is data since Trossard and Palmer both joined from respective clubs. Fair enough. But who's had the more... Okay, so... Who's had the more kind of... I mean, Palmer's single-handedly really got Chelsea the last couple of seasons. Palmer's been the biggest influence. You couldn't say that about Trossard because there's other variables like Rice, Gabriel, Saliba and all of that, whereas Palmer's literally carried that Chelsea team. And for a young player like that coming from City, I think he's done brilliant. So then you've got to ask yourself, could Trossard do that? Not really. You man like Trossard couldn't carry a team like Palmer's carried a team. So much different, huge difference. And as I said, if you had the choice between Palmer and Trossard, you'd take Palmer all day long. Trossard served the purpose just like Zinni, Jesus and Odegaard. Now it's time to move on. Yeah, he has served the purpose. And if we'd have got money for him, he wouldn't have been at the club, nor would have Martinelli. They would have both been sold in the summer. Both of them would have been sold in the summer. If we'd have agreed a price or someone had seriously come in for them, both would have gone. Both of them would have gone. Didn't Trossard join Arsenal long before Palmer and went to Chelsea? He did. Yeah. Jam boys, some signings in the Premiership just haven't worked out so far. Wirtz, Elanga, Isak, Callum Wilson, your careers as it stands. Yeah, as I said, there's not been many big signings that have that I've gone, wow, what a signing he's been. I think you've got to put Wirtz as probably the biggest flop so far, aren't you? I think you'd have to put Wirtz as the biggest flops. Suge, I'm not saying Trossard is Vinicius Jr. Still so much goals and assists and no praise. We've praised him. Trossard, listen. Honestly, big up Trossard. He's scored some vital goals. And he has scored some vital goals. This ain't hate on Trossard, but what I'm saying is, going forward, if there's one weakness in this Arsenal team, it's the left-hand side. And I'm putting Martinelli in there as well. Yeah. And at the moment, I would say on current form, I think Martinelli's just ahead of Trossard. Not by far, but I'd say he's just ahead. Watching us today, 1-0 up, especially when it's nervy for a simple reason. where we could have picked off Crystal Palace instead of inviting pressure on ourselves, especially in the... Yeah, exactly. Do you know the reason for that, though, Greppin 9203? It's because we had to make changes. Because Saliba had to come off and Mosquera was on, and then Rice had to come off, and we took Saka off. Suddenly, this brilliant squad depth that we had weren't the squad depth, wasn't the kind of squad that you would need for 90 minutes. And that's why Palace, for the last 10 minutes, it looked nervy. Because the players that we started with, we didn't end with. And there's a big difference. There's a big difference in quality when certain players are not playing. And that's what I've always said about this team. Suge put it in the chat yesterday. When I'd done a little live yesterday, it was Saturday Night Live yesterday. Suge put, big up Suge. He put, he beat me to it. He put a starting 11 in the team if man like Rice and all that was injured. And it is quite alarming, to be honest. Semenyo for next season, left wing. Oh, I'd take Semenyo all day long, Curvy, man. All day long, I'd take Semenyo. I said that last season when everyone in the summer was going, oh, yeah, go and get Rodrigo, go get Rodrigo. I think I was on Dan Potts' channel a few times. And I was going, go get Semenyo. And I was going, what? You'd have Semenyo over Rodrigo? And I went, yeah. Because I've seen Semenyo play for the last couple of years in the Premiership. And realistically, we've got more of a chance getting Semenyo than we have Rodrigo. So if you was to put your kind of throw your hat on the table, you've got more chance of getting Semenyo than you have Rodrigo. And that's why I wanted Semenyo. And look at him. He's brilliant. My man's in. Arsenal Revolution, the one and only Rashid. Make sure you go and sub to this guy. Follow Rashid. Arsenal Revolution. You know where it's at. Big up, my friend. Hope you will, brother. Hope you will. I was invited. Lee did invite me on earlier on, but I couldn't make it, unfortunately, bro. So I do apologise. I had a little pit stop on my way home. So, yeah, big up, my friend. Yeah, he's a legend. We're all legends here, my friend. All of us are legends. Arsenal's Revolution, Rashid, big up. True. There it is. Arsenal Revolution. Kawaji's on it. Yeah, Kawaji's on it. I've got some good mods. Jamboy 1894. True. Yeah, see? Kirby, I'm glad you've joined the community, my friend. Absolutely glad. I mean, as I said, you say a lot of stuff, and all your points are valid. Everyone's points are valid here, and that's what it is. It's all healthy debate here. We don't sort of we respect everyone's opinion, and one good thing about these shows is not everyone agrees with one another, but we're not sort of ripping into one another. No one's wrong or right. It's just. It's healthy. It's a healthy debate and healthy opinion. As I said, my views on players might not be someone else's. Some people might disagree with what I think of Zubimendi. You know, I've been spoiled. I've been watching Merson and Rocastle and Liam Brady, and I've been watching like proper number sixes and stuff like that over the years. You know, I mean Gilberto Silva and Edu and. Even Edu was a good player. Kleb, Fabregas, all these sort of men, you know. Alexis Sanchez. And when you've watched players like that for this club, you set a standard. You set a standard based on the history that you've seen. And you want to keep those standards. So when you see standards drop off and you see Zubimendi doing madness because he's under pressure, and you don't see it coming from Trossard or Martinelli, Gyökeres and people like that, you're thinking to yourself, is that the standard I want at my football club on a long-term basis? They're getting away with it at the moment because the standard in the Premiership has dropped. It's pretty crap, isn't it? Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Let's take your Arsenal hats off here and look at the Premiership. Just look at the football in the Premiership. Look at the football that gets played on a day-to-day basis today. It ain't very good, is it? It's pretty dire, isn't it? Defending, tackling, shooting, passing. It's pretty poor. It really is. YouTube's had a few issues with short commenting at the moment. Should be fixed at the end of the week. There's my man, Icy Spicy, right? If there's a problem, this man will sort it for me. Big up. Lynch, that's probably why you can't get your comments in, my friend. Right there. Right there. Icy Spicy said there's a problem. Short commenting at the moment should be fixed at the end of the week. Too late though, Lynch, isn't it? Too late. You wanted to put a comment in for me today. Big up Icy Spicy as always. Love the shorts. We want that content. Yeah, I'll get the shorts going, my friend. I'm going to do all sorts of shorts at matches. You know, you'll see me sampling some of the local cuisine, like the food and all that soon. And I'll be doing all, you know what I'm like, Lynch. I like a banter, don't I? I like to mess about and have a laugh. So I'll be doing all sorts of silly shorts. I'm full of sarcasm, full of wit. It'll all come out soon, brother. Don't you worry about that. As with you, buddy, Jamboy. Jamboy's a legend. Feels like Trossard has been at Arsenal since 2019. It feels like he's been there forever, doesn't it? It really does. Some play. Do you get that sometimes at football clubs? You get players that feel like they've been. I feel like Gabriel's been there for like 10, 20. I feel as if he's been there forever. It's weird, isn't it? It's weird. Kirby, he can get a thanks for your service and don't let the door hit you on the way. Oh, bless, man. That's another thing, Kirby, as well. We all like, listen, man, we don't. There's no harm done. Suji's an absolute, you'll find out what Suji's like, an absolute legend. Shorts are great for the channel growth. I hope so, because this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do it. I mean, I've got to be honest, guys. I'm gonna be 100 with you. I sat in, I sort of, I sat there the other day and I come off a stream and I was looking at stuff and I'm thinking to myself, I don't know, man. I might just throw the towel in and just go as a guest on a lot of the shows. You know, I might just throw the towel in. And then I thought to myself, I don't really want to do that because I built up a nice little community and that's what it's all about. You know, that's what it's all about. So I'm just going to roll with it and see where it goes. See where it goes, people. However, we're happy, but for us realists, we will support this club how we want. No one on earth is trying to bully us into being. We will support. It's a good point now. It's a valid point. You do support the club how you want. We're all Arsenal fans at the end of the day. We're getting a lot of criticism at the moment about we're not fans. And we're not happy if they win. It'll ruin us if we've had all sorts. It'll ruin us if Arsenal win the title. It's not what a lot of these fans want. They just want Arteta out. The hatred for Arteta this and the hatred for Arteta that. Let me just put one thing straight. I have always said from day one on my channel, and I've always said it when I very first went live, I've always respected some of the work that Arteta has done for this football club. I've always thought that he's got us in positions where we're challenging, and I've seen some great football under this man. I've seen some good football under this manager, and some great football in times under this football manager. I just feel personally that I wanted a change this season. I just felt it was time for a change, and I still feel it's time for a change. Long term, going forward for this football club and all the young players that are coming through, your Dowmans and all of that, I just feel that he's had his time at this football club. Because at the moment, it's going all perfectly okay. And if he does win the Premiership this season, what is his next level he can go to? Because this has taken him 6 years and over £1 billion. He ain't going to get another £1 billion in the next 6 years. So what is the next level he can go to after this season? And I don't think he can go any further. And that's why I say I want to change. Don't hate him. Just feel that he's not the man long term for this football club. And the next manager comes in. 5 years max. 5 years max. That's it. Even if Zidane rocks up at the football club, I wouldn't expect him to be here longer than 5 years, because the modern day football nowadays has a shelf life. It has a shelf life for football players, and it has a shelf life for managers. Gone are the days where you got your managers for 20 years, 15 years at one club. They're gone. Players now, you won't get Tony Adamses now at football clubs and all of that. You know, you won't get players stay at football clubs now for like 7, 8, 9, 10 years. People get gassed up when players sign new contracts. They're not worth the paper they're written on. Because if we don't win anything and PSG come knocking, or Real Madrid come knocking and say, we'll give you 130 million for William Saliba and offer him 300, 400 grand a week, contracts don't mean a thing. Berta's selling him. And Saliba would want to go. And that's football, and that's life. And that is where I'm at, people. So does it make me less of an Arsenal fan? Not really. Big up the chat on here. Big up everyone. Trossard over Mudryk. That we do know. Yeah, that Mudryk would have been a disaster. And by the way, Arteta wanted Mudryk. Arteta was pushing for Mudryk. See, and let's not forget, right? This is what I'm trying to say. Everyone's got blinkers. Because we're top of the league, and because we're doing well in the Champions League, everything's rosy. But let's not forget, this manager has made some serious, serious mistakes over the years. And as I said to you, people's got to remember, before we got to £1 billion, this man had already wasted 700 odd million pound on players like Pablo Mari, Lokongas, Savage, all of these men. 5 goalkeepers, left backs. Money has been wasted by this man under Edu, the pair of them. So let's not gloss over what this man has done. This man is last chance saloon. It's only because Berta's come on the scene that suddenly the horizon is a lot more clearer. If he hadn't have walked into the club, we would have still been seeing the same madness under this football manager that we've been seeing in years. So let's put a little bit of realism on it, shall we? We'd have still been signing crap players. We'd have still been wasting a hell of a lot of money. And the wages would still be going up and up and up and up and up. Berta's come in and he's sort of sorted all that out. Got your Gorkarez, got your Eze's, got this one, got that one, got contracts signed, put a little bit of quality on it. But before he rocked up, Arteta had the whole run of the Emirates, and boy, he was killing it big time. So, you know, we are where we are, desperate to win silverware because this manager has failed in the past. Just remember that. Big up to everyone that's in the chat. Make sure you smash your like. And Donnarumma, Diaz, Heihi, Sensi, Kudus, Semenyo, and Buemo, Casido, Mateta, TK, Haaland. They're the signings. Mateta's been good. TK's been good. Haaland's been good. Yeah, these players have balled out this season. I'll give you that, Jam Boy. Yeah, and Buemo I put in with that as well. Mateta's been very good. He looked really good. He looked really good. Great song. Yeah, it was a good song. I forget who sung it now. Lou Reed. There he is. Let's catch up with his chat. Lou Reed. 100%. That was him. DJB, how great it was to see George Graham at Arsenal, best ever manager. Yeah, fantastic, mate. Absolutely fantastic. And he should have a statue. Should have a statue. Suge, bummer. I had Porro on the bench. Guys, I'm not going to say nothing, right? But when you check out your fantasy team tomorrow or tonight, have a look at the DJB score. Have a look how much my defenders scored. I had Matty Cash, I had Kirkes, and I had Van der Ven. Oh, I think I'm on about 80 odd points, people. Told ya. I'll be moving up there. Don't you worry. I'm coming for yous. DJB allowing a kidnapper and a stalker to Arsenal games. This football club is finished. Mate. Arteta can leave. Don't put Trossard in the conversation in the Arteta basket. DJB, how great was it to see? It was great. Of course, listen, mate, he's an absolute frigging best manager this honestly, best manager this club's ever had. West Ham and Wolves, what a woeful weekend. Oh, mate. Honestly, I think they're going down. Unless something drastically happens, they're going down. Gabriel is a real leader of the team. 100%. Without a doubt, he should be the captain. George Graham had one eye closed. I think he was desperately trying to keep the other one open. Jamboy probably was. I was like nodding off at one point. Listen, I ain't joking. I hadn't slept too well anyway, and the clocks going back just muffed me up. It really did. DJB, the legend. Thank you, my friend. Make sure you smash a like on the channel. Thank you very much. It will help us out. Jacques at Sunderland is a massive hit. Brilliant signing, to be honest with you. Spot on, JB. Jacques at Sunday doing the biz. He is massively. Trying to get to all your comments, man. Thank you very much, guys, for all your comments. It's absolutely blinding. Thank you very much indeed. You know what I'm like on a sit back session, guys. I'm like sitting back and chilling out. I'm way behind on the chat, but I'm enjoying it, people. You know that. Absolutely enjoying it. Got all the real ones in. 5 goals for Arsenal so far. Yeah, massive, isn't it? Free flowing football. Total football. This is the lineup I put in. There you go. There's your lineup. Look at that lineup if we get injuries. That's frightening, Serge. That's Halloween right there, isn't it? Halloween's come a week early looking at that, brother. Big up, my friend. Look at that. That is a frightening lineup if we get injuries. Saka didn't look right. Rice didn't look right. Saliba, we don't know what's wrong with him. So, yeah, exactly. Kawaja, I want to see Hincapi in the Carabao Cup. Yeah, we'll have a little look at the Carabao Cup in very, very shortly. We appreciate you, brother. Thank you always. No, you're welcome, Lux. You're an absolute legend, my friend. Hello from Auckland, me old China. Auckland, big up, Michael. Big up, EIE. Big up, my friend. Very welcome. I bet. Oh, do you know what? I'd love to go there. I'd love to go to Auckland. I'll get there one day. Big up to you. You're a man, DJB. Everything is appreciated. Just enjoy it as long as you can. Yeah. Listen, I love it, man. I honestly, you're absolute legends, and this is why I keep it going. It's because it's you lot I'm here for. You know, it's great stuff. I really do enjoy it. Kawaja, he cost me. He must be good. Honestly, I don't watch him enough, but I have great expectations. Evening all, watch the arse on Match of the Day, then bored with the rest. Yeah, exactly. How good are Bournemouth doing, by the way? Can we just shout out to Bournemouth? It weren't that long ago. I was watching them non-league on occasions, you know? Can we just shout out to Bournemouth and Sunderland and Brentford? I mean, come on. We have to win now, no joke. 100% Lynch. There's no hiding place now. There's no hiding place now. Wouldn't say we wasted 700 million, mate. Maui Lukonga, Kivior, etc. didn't cost that amount, and a large portion of 700 million was actually spent wisely. I just don't think he's necessarily managed them wisely. Jason, if you add it all up, that's what he spent, unfortunately. That's what was spent. That's what was spent along with Edu. You know? There was a lot of players bought a lot of contracts given out, and over the years, since I think up until this season, he was round about the 700 and odd million pound mark since he's been at the football club. And I ain't being funny. A lot of it's a lot of it has. And out of all them signings, apart from Rice, what kind of real? All right, Jesus, we was all getting a bit excited for, but he hasn't really turned out well. I mean, he signed Havertz, didn't he? Come on, yeah. So it's one of them for me. It's one of them for me. The signings he's made over the years before before Berta walked in, has not really been the signings that are going to really win you kind of premierships, are they? Really? I mean, Zinchenko, Kivior, Sambi. I mean, the list goes on. Just not good enough. Just not good enough. Arteta makes huge mistakes. If he won majors this year, I'll keep him, but he must win majors in the next 2 years. I don't think he would, though. Me personally, don't think he would. If he wins, I think you'll see a kind of big drop off. I think you'll see a big drop off. I don't think you'd be able to go to that next level and maintain it year in, year out. I think it'd start turning a bit stale. That's why it's really, really hard to win back-to-back majors. It really is. Jason, he bought 43 different players. How mean are actually good enough? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a lot. If Arteta doesn't win anything this season, would you sack him? I don't think that's I think it's a given, isn't it? I think that's a given. And on your art, even if you worship the ground Arteta walked on, you've probably got a thinking, boy, I don't know where we go from here. I don't know where we'd go from here. If you can't win a trophy with this team, you've got to question yourself as a football manager. Please like the stream if you haven't done already. Come on. Kirk has conceded 3 goals. Yeah, but he scored, didn't he? I'm sure he scored 34 likes. Wasn't that Bob Wilson sitting next to him? I think it was, yeah. Bob Wilson, man. What an absolute legend. Absolute legend. Big up, AJ. Big up, my friend. The motto, if you don't win, hit the road, Jack. And even if Mikel wins, put him on the fraud watch. Yeah, exactly. See, I mean, yeah, he's Arteta not nowhere good enough. No, it's going to be different. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard if I don't know. As an owner, what would you do as an owner? You've spent over £1 billion. You've been paying a football manager £15 million a year. If he doesn't win a trophy, surely the owners don't stick with him. You can't, can you? How can you? He should have went 23, 24. 1920 was a free pass as he went all the way, though. 2021, 21, 22, where he's rebuild seasons. 2020, he competed. 23, 24, he continued to compete, but he didn't win. Exactly. Did not win. He's had plenty of opportunities, 100%. Big up the Suge again. Thank you, DJB. This community are here for you, for your character. Don't change who you are. The growth will happen naturally, and good people will. Yeah, big up, my friend. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you very much. I do try, my friend. Just a real one. I'm just. I don't come on. When I come on here, if you ever saw me, I'm no different to what I am on here. I like a laugh. I like a bit of banter. I'm a fan. I'm a football fan. I'll talk to anyone about their club. I'll talk to any fan about football. I'll sit in with a load of Palace fans. I'll sit in with a load of West Ham fans. I'll sit in with any fan because I just like football. And I just say it as it is. I just say it as it is. And I don't flip flop around. You won't get me suddenly saying like, "Oh yeah, right, Arteta's got to stay another 2 years. We've won the Premiership. We've done the double. Give this man a contract. Still got to go. Because as I said to you before earlier, I don't think he can go to that next level. I don't think he can continue. And what you got to remember, and I've said this on DG's channel, is if he gets another 5 years, that's 11 years at the club. If you was to say to me, if I was to say to you, right, the next manager is going to get in an 11-year contract, and in that contract he's going to win 1 Premiership on 1 FA Cup, you'd be going to me, are you mad? We don't want that manager. Is that the deal? Because that is what he'll do. Because I just don't. That's me. People might say to me, "Don't be silly. He just needs this Premiership to get over the line, and then he'll win another 2." He ain't no Pep, is he? He ain't no Ancelotti. So I don't think it'll happen. I think sometimes you have to go out on a high. Welcome here anytime, my bro. I'm 54, so we would be able to reminisce all the old games we both went to, mate. Yeah, Michael, 100%. There's some crackers. I remember some fantastic games at Highbury. I really do. Big up. DJ B, your new intro is ready. Whee! Icy spicy. Da, 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 da. Icy spicy. Da, da. He's done an intro for me. My man has done an intro for me. Big up, Icy Spicy. Thank you very much. I'll call you tomorrow. I'll call you tomorrow, my friend. Bournemouth, area. I mean, come on. I'll tell you what, right? I've got to get a drink in a minute. My throat's drying out. I'll say this to you, right, Kirby? And again, I always like to look at the other side. I always try and give you another way of thinking, or give people another way of thinking. If Arteta was at Bournemouth, or Arteta was in charge of Brentford, or Arteta was in charge of Sunderland coming up from the Championship now, would Bournemouth be where they are in the table if Arteta was in charge of them? With the budget they've got, no money hardly spent, having to develop players and get the best out of players, play on the front foot. Could he play like could he use the tactics at Arsenal at Bournemouth with them players? He couldn't do it. I think if Arteta was in charge of Bournemouth, Bournemouth would not be where they are in the table now. And that is a good manager. But if you turn that around, could Areola come to Arsenal and improve Arsenal? Well, if he's done that to Bournemouth, imagine what the man could do with them players at Arsenal. Imagine what Trossard would be like under Areola. What he's done with Semenyo. We've seen what Eze's like under Arteta within the first 9 games. We're not getting the Crystal Palace Eze. We're getting the Arteta Eze. So can you imagine Arteta at Bournemouth? You're looking mid-table near the bottom of the league, I'm afraid. And this is why people, when they say to him he's the second best manager in the world, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. Top managers would do the same no matter what club they went to. You put prime Alex Ferguson in a Bournemouth team, Bournemouth would still be a good team. You put prime Arsene Wenger in a Bournemouth team, Bournemouth would still be a good team. You put Arteta in a Bournemouth team, you ain't getting the same Bournemouth team you've got today. I'm not disagreeing he spent that amount. I don't think he's wasting as much money as people think. Well, he must have done, because we ain't won nothing. You're an owner, you want trophies. If you're giving out £750 million out of your own pocket and you ain't won nothing, that's money wasted. If you go and buy a car and it breaks down, and it keeps breaking down, and you keep it, and it keeps breaking down, and you keep it, there comes a point when you think, I think I've wasted my money here. I just don't think he's managed them well. Well, if he hasn't managed them well, then he's wasted the money. If you've got a manager of a shop and it's losing money over the next 5 years, and you've given the money, you've given the shop a makeover, you've given it new lights, new windows, all new scenery, and it ain't making no money, and the manager you've employed is not managing it very well, then you've wasted money doing the shop up. So you've got two options. You either sack the manager so you don't waste any more money, or you stay where you are and you just keep throwing money down the drain. So, yeah, Havertz ain't been that bad. I think 9 goals, 12 goals in the Premiership. A player that he bought as a number 10, a midfield player, and he ends up playing him as our number 9. Wasted money. Why buy a midfield player and play him as a number 9? Go and buy a proper striker. You got to remember, Gyökeres is the only striker he's bought since he's been at the club. Havertz ain't a striker. Havertz ain't a number 9. Havertz was number 9 by default. So, yeah, listen, Jason, 100% respect for you, my friend, totally. And as I said, it's all of our opinions, but what you said there is kind of doesn't make sense really, because as I said, if you bought a car and it kept breaking down, there comes a point when you think, I think I've wasted my money here. It's wasted money if you don't win trophies and you spent 700 odd million. Lots saying Trossard was poor today. I actually thought he was quite good. Yeah, okay. Emmett, yeah, listen. I didn't think anyone really stood out today, to be honest with you. I thought Gabriel was solid. I thought Timber was going forward. But to be honest with you, the game was absolute. I'm going to be real with you. I thought the game was crap. It's not the advert for the Premiership, put it that way. I thought it was absolutely awful. I thought I thought Palace lacked a little bit of quality in certain areas, which surprised me. And, yeah. I didn't think anyone was good, to be honest. And Tavernier, DJB. There you go. Awesome. Scored from a corner. Look at Tavernier. Who, by the way, Lynch, is in my fantasy team as well. Just saying. Look what he's done to Tavernier. Exactly. Could Arteta get the best out of Tavernier and Semenyo and people like that? I don't think he could. I met Bob Wilson in Gillespie Road once before the game, about 30 years ago. Said to him, if he had been fit and played in the FA Cup final in 72, he would have saved the Alan Clark header. He probably would have, my friend. He probably would have just tipped that over the bar. I'm telling you, yeah, he'd have done something with it. I agree. He was a good keeper, Bob Wilson. Oh, safe, wasn't he? The old famous V, the old Bob Wilson V. Leeds and Burnley now 6 points ahead of 18th place. Forest right now. Yeah, look what Forest has done. Terrible. The best shows in the Arsenal community is the old guard, DJB and Kenny, and you can always tell us something and we don't remember. Oh, yeah. See Kenny Kent today. Loves it. If Mikel wins the League Cup and the league, he's earned another season. Definitely deserves the following season. Lynch, big up to you, my friend. As I said, you stick by your principle, and I'm all for that, my friend. I respect you 100% for it. If that's what you think, that's what you think. I just feel that I don't think he can take us any further once he wins. If he does win it, I just don't think he can raise the bar again and win it again, because I don't think he's going to have the money like he's had in the past, especially if the rebuild of the stadium, the redeveloping the stadium goes ahead. If what worries me, it's taken him this long to get this far. And let's be honest, we ain't won nothing yet. We've still got a long way to go. But it's taken him all this money to get this far. And if he's not going to have that much money again in the future, or he'll have little bits of money to spend, but he might have to release a lot of players as well. I just don't think he's got it in him to go again. Forest, Fulham, Newcastle, bottom 10, all wins expected. Palace, United, City, Liverpool, 10, 2 wins, loss and a draw perspective. Exactly, my friend. DJB, but he's making the money for the club. It's massive PR, Arsenal Football Club, but then football is, isn't it? Said it the other day. I think I was doing the topic show with Shane yesterday, and we was going through the decades, and we got to the 2000s or the noughties, whatever you want to call it. To me, football lost its soul in the 2000s. That's when it started to get really, really crazy. The average modern day fan now going to football is an absolute arm and a leg. It really is. You've lost that kind of working class. You've lost that kind of man in the street fan, if you like. And yeah. Lynch, come on, you Gunners. How can you say that when he's won F all for 5 years? So when should he have initially won something to have been given the same he's been given? Yeah. He should have won a trophy last year. People are banging on about this squad. We get a couple of injuries and this squad ain't a lot of different from last season. And I think the squad he had last season should have at least, with the amount of time he's had at the football club, won a Carabao Cup or FA Cup. There should have been silverware won last season. So I was shocked he was given another season, to be honest. Absolutely shocked he rocked up this season. Because people say, oh, yeah, but we've got a better squad this year and we're doing this year. But the same people were saying it last season at the beginning. And he didn't win anything. So DJB, just because he ain't managing him well, don't mean it's waste of money. It means he ain't good enough to take them to the next level. Gyökeres ain't a waste, and under Arteta he looks it. True, Jace. This is what I'm saying. I totally agree. So what we're saying is that the owners have wasted money on Mikel Arteta, really. That's where the money's been wasted, on a manager that hasn't got over the line and hasn't won anything. But I agree. But what I'm saying is, if that manager's in place and he's mismanaged them, then you'd be looking at it and going, "Oh God, what have I just wasted me money on here?" The manager's not managing them, and yeah. But the players ain't been good enough though. Who he's signed, has he? Let's be honest. Most of the players that have been signed at this football club, apart from one or two, Timber's been a good signing. Rice has been a good signing. Half of them have not been good enough. I'll say I've still not seen it on Zubamendi yet. I've still not seen it on Gyökeres yet. So we'll have to wait and see. Jason plus Arteta's loving him. Stop. Timber stood out. Top right back. That's the guy. Timber's been brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I said this the other day, right, with Timber. If Timber wins the Premiership and wins major trophies and stays at the club for about another 3 or 4 seasons, he could go down as one of the best right backs Arsenal's seen. He'll be up there. He will be up there as one of an Arsenal. If we was picking like in 15, 20 years' time, an Arsenal best 11, If Timber adds trophies to his cabinet and carries on playing what he's doing, he would probably be in a lot of people's top 11. DJB is open play. We do not create chances. It's worrying. It is worrying. 42 likes now. Come on, let's get it up to 50, people. Come on. Go and smash your like on the... Go and smash your like. Get it up to 50 at least. Please subscribe. Let's go. I'm not defending Mikel. I said the double, not even for me. I'd rather an upgrade in the management with his current squad. Yeah. No, Lynch is not... Lynch is a real one. He's not defending, man. He's just... He's just giving him a bit of credit, and I understand that. I understand wanting, the manager to get another chance if he wins majors. I understand it at all. Totally get it. I'll tell you what, though, Lynch, there's some people, even massive Arteta fans, are saying that if he wins an FA Cup and Carabao Cup, it still ain't good enough. I think a lot of fans are expecting the Premiership and even the Champions League. So it'll be interesting if he doesn't win the Champions League and he doesn't win the Premiership. It'll be interesting to see if they start flip-flopping around if he wins an FA Cup and Carabao Cup. We'll see. The Carabao Cup's coming up on Wednesday. We will see. I agree he should have won something, DJB. He should have won something by now. Look at the team we had last season. 100%. We had Partey. People are saying, yeah, but look who we got this season. But we had Partey last season in midfield. He's better than Zubamendi. We should have won trophy last season. My point is, from the business point of view, winning the Carabao Cup means nothing. I disagree with that. Winning the Carabao Cup is a catalyst to go and win bigger things. You got to remember, this team has not won anything as a team. The only winners on that football field is Havertz, that won it with Chelsea. Declan Rice won with West Ham. Saka was subbing the FA Cup under Unai's team. Right? Raya's not won nothing. Gyökeres has obviously won with Sporting and stuff. Other than that, there's no real winners at that football team. So that team has never won as a team. And when you're finishing runners up and not winning anything, and you're going in, season out, and not winning anything, that Carabao Cup is a stepping stone to give them the confidence to go and win something bigger. It also gives them that kind of... It also breaks that ice so that they can say, yeah, we've done it. We've won a trophy. And we've won it together. And it's played in what, February? So if we win that Carabao Cup in February and we're still in the Champions League and we're still doing well in the Premiership, that will not give them a lot of confidence going forward. So that Carabao Cup is important. It is important. I'll grant you that it's not everyone's first priority. But from a winning point of view and what it brings to the team and the confidence it brings going forward, it's very, very important. If I dare throw Brighton into the bin, sack him in the dressing room, oh, mate, there'd be questions asked if that Carabao Cup, if we get knocked out of that Carabao Cup Wednesday, you watch the whole mood change and it will affect the players as well. Trust me. Confidence is a big thing in football, always has been. Any player will tell you, forwards, defenders, any professional player now would tell you that confidence in football is a massive, massive thing. Look at Liverpool. They've had a few, things are not going right, and suddenly the confidence, you can see it on the players' faces, it's getting drained out of them. If we get knocked out of that Carabao Cup, the players are going to go, oh, that's another cup we haven't won. Now we've only got 3 to play for. Then we play the FA Cup. And if we get knocked out of the FA Cup, boy, there's pressure on then because it's 2 down with 2 to play. Massive pressure. Have they wasted it in their job? Is to profit. He gets us in the Champions League. It seems to be enough for the owner's pockets. As long as he keeps making the Champions League, we'll not sack him. I think you're wrong. I think at first that was their priority, but I think now their priority is a trophy. He rocks up at most games now. You never see him at any football matches. Now, since Berta's been installed, him and Berta sit together pretty much every home game. They're sitting pretty much every single game now. He's there, he's watching, he knows. He knows. He knows. I think the bar has been raised now. Expectations has been raised. I agree the money's been wasted, but not on Arteta, not the players. Gyökeres will come good. Eze will come good. Zubimendi will come good. Rice will continue to be good under a different manager. Talent's talent. Talent's talent. Doesn't care. Don't matter. Paul Gascoigne would still be world class even if he didn't have a football manager. Sometimes players don't need a football manager to make them better. They've just naturally got it. Ronaldinho and players like that. They wouldn't care if a football manager was sitting in the dugout. They'd go out and still perform. Landon should have not won anything this season. He would become one trophy from a possible 26. Crazy, isn't it? Crazy. Absolute madness. Lynch said the league. Yeah, got to win the league. Got to win the league this season. Have to win the league this season. Listen, I'll be over the moon if we won the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. Of course I will. Be absolutely over the moon. I'll be absolutely buzzing. But, boy, if we don't win the league, from this position, to be honest, how many points clear we are of Liverpool already? You know? But we've been here before, people. We've been here before. Yeah, that's my point. Yes. I wanted him gone this. My chat knows. You know chat, didn't you? You know. I was shocked that he was still here this season. I really thought last season he would have won at least a Carabao Cup or an FA Cup. And when he didn't win anything, I was absolutely shocked he was still here. But yeah, no, big up everyone. Only next season, not multiple seasons win. All the best, DJB. Good night, Nikes. Good night, my friend. Thank you once again for coming in and joining. Make sure you smash your like on your way to bed. And sleep well, brother. Sleep well. I hope you're good. I don't think it will be DJB lost midweek to Brighton. These players and manager will get new contracts and higher wages. Yeah, exactly. DJ Crane, big up, my friend. Big up, yeah. You've got to be ruthless. I'll tell you what, it'll be curvy. Sorry, I don't understand what you meant. Explain a different way. YouTube, Rob Future, big up, my friend. Man like Danso, big up, Danso. How you doing, brother? Welcome, my friend. Let's have a little look at possible lineup, Carabao Cup. Let's have a little look here. Where are we? Let's see what we're going to line up with the Carabao Cup before we get out of here. Here we go. Right. What am I going to predict here? I'm going to give you my lineup, and you see if you agree or disagree. This is what I think he'll play. Let's have a little look here. Right, let's put my lineup. This is what I think he will start the Carabao Cup with. Let's have a little look here. There we go. This is my Carabao Cup lineup. This is what I think he'll start with Brighton. Let's zoom in that a little bit. There you go. So I think he's going to go. I think he's going to go Raya in goal. No, actually, take Raya out. I forgot to take Raya out. I think Kepa will start in goal. I think he'll play Ben White at right back. He'll play Mosquera because of the Saliba. See, if Saliba's injured, he'll play Gabriel. If Saliba's fit, he'll go Mosquera and Saliba, right? Just bear that in mind. I think Hinkepi's coming on today gives a clear indication that he was going to start in midweek. I reckon that's why he brought him on. I think he'll save Skelly for Champions League and things like that. I think Hinkepi will play today. That's why he brought him on. I think he'll start against Brighton. I think he'll go Norgard and Zubamendi. I think he'll start Wanyeri on the right because Saka looked off it today. I think he's got some sort of virus or something. I think he'll stick with Trossard. I think he'll stick with Eze, and I think he'll rest Gyökeres and play Marino. That's what I think he will go with today against Brighton. That's what I can see. That's what I think could line up on Wednesday against Brighton. Definitely. I don't know. The only other thing he might do is take Marino out of there and play Marino and Zubamendi and keep Gyökeres up front. Or what he could do, and this wouldn't be a bad shout, people, right? This would not be a bad shout. What do you think? Let's have a little look here. That's an option. This is an option. And then he could play Marino instead of Norgard. But I think Norgard will get a run out on Wednesday. I think Ben White will definitely get a run out. But I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind Martinelli played down the middle and Trossard on the left. That is not a bad forward line against Brighton, is it? You've got pace of Martinelli. You've got Wanyeri cutting in. Yeah. Eze doing his stuff. Trossard sort of doing stuff. And then you've still got this kind of cover of Norgard and Zubamendi. And the back four looks fairly solid. So for me, That ain't a bad lineup. That would be my lineup for Wednesday, people. What do you think? Before we get out of here. My Carabao Cup 5 years straight. I didn't make the Champions League each 5 years. Do you think we'd be better commercially than making the Champions League 5 years? Yeah, I mean, Champions League is the mecca, isn't it? DJB, guaranteed domestic treble or guaranteed cup double with a chance of winning the Champions. I wouldn't guarantee anything under this football manager, my friend. I've had too many scars, been hurt too many times in the past. I'm not even looking at the Premiership really until January. I'll assess it in January. Seriously, I'll assess it in January. November's a big month for Arsenal Football Club. Massive. I get it, Jason, 100%, because the future is unknown. Maybe it all comes together. I'm surprised players haven't turned on him. This is a team. If he does the double, it took Klopp 4 years. You've got to win something, anything. I remember opening the game in 1987 against the Bin Dippers, 54,000 exactly. Do you remember them crowds getting in, Michael? Oh man, that North Bank used to be packed. The youngsters didn't watch Arsenal winning much, and they are happy with second place. They just settled for this competing, not nowhere good enough for the last 6 years, in my humble opinion. Facts. When we sack him, the next appointment has to be spot on. Can you imagine it? I don't think whoever we get, he won't get the same backing. This fan base won't back the next manager as much as they do Arteta. These idiots that you see in the press conferences, they'll be shown the door. That's why half of these people want him to stay. Because half of these people wouldn't even get in the press box. The next manager that comes in, Canton ain't getting into that press box, mate. No way. I'm doing good, thanks, brother. Apart from my football Premier League team, I'm nearly down 150 points behind my dad. I think I've lost the bet now before the game week 10. Oh, Dad, so come on, man. Pick it up. Pick it up. You're a legend, Dave. Thank you, my friend. I do my best. I wouldn't say I'm a legend, but you know, I only do my best. Yeah, I think Kepa will be in there, Jam Boy, definitely. Yeah, I forgot to put him in, to be honest, but I definitely think Kepa will come in. Incapi Mascara for me, yeah, same here. Not Gabriel and Mascara. Well, it all depends if Saliba's injured. If Saliba's injured, he's got to keep it. He's got to have one prime defender in there, hasn't he? You can't have a kind of. You've got to have Mascara playing alongside Gabriel or Saliba. Miles Lewis Skelly. I don't think he will, Lynch, because he bought Hincapi on today, didn't he? I think he's using Skelly for Champions League and that kind of thing. Not sure he should risk Gabriel in the League Cup. I don't want him to, but I think he may have to. Is the lineup spot on to come Wednesday? Super chat 50 straight for you. Cheers, my friend DJB. That lineup is spot on. Do you know what? I quite like the Martinelli down the middle because he is scoring every now and again, and he does look dangerous. He is improved, Martinelli. I don't think that'd be too bad. Norgard, Zubamendi, give Norgard a run out, give him some time, let him see what he can do. Hincapi came on today, looked all right. Didn't look brilliant, but he looked all right. That's, I think it's either Gabriel or Saliba, but I think Saliba might be injured, so we'll have to wait and see. Ben White, give Timber a rest. I don't want to see Rice. I don't want to see I don't want to see Timber. Definitely don't want to see Rice. Don't want to see Saka. Give him the rest time. Give him the rest. Give him the rest time. Darren Martin, big up, my friend. Welcome to the huddle, as always. Thank you very much indeed. There he is, Dr. Seymour. Thank you very much indeed. Big up DJB in the chat. I'd love seeing Incapi, Ethan start. MLS in the 8, Dowman off the bench too. Yeah, get them all on. Get them all on, my friend. Get Dowman off the bench. Bring Dowman on. Yeah, you can even bring Dowman on. Put Eze, Bring Dowman on. Yeah, get them all on. No, I definitely don't want to see Odegaard, that's for sure. But yeah, get them all on. Why not? Why not? I'm all for that. Let them all have a little run out. Definitely. Big up Martin as always. I like Martinelli as a striker. Curvy, I do. I do. Yeah. I ain't got a problem with that. Not a problem with that at all. I think we'd do all right. I think we'd do all right with that kind of system, personally. What about Max? As Seymour said, off the bench, start Wanyeri, get Max in there. I don't think I'd start Wanyeri, Max Dowman from the start. I might bring him on and take Eze off or something. Max could play on the right. Max off the bench. Exactly, Jamboy. Get him off the bench, give him some game time. I like Eze playing as much as possible with reason. We need Eze playing. I think we need to find a little bit of Palace form. Rare game I missed by the sounds of it. Not worth watching it. No, don't bother. Martin Tapp, big up my soon. Don't bother. Don't bother. It's like watching tennis. It was like watching tennis. It was just side to side. Ethan needs to start. If Ethan don't start on Wednesday, that just answers everything I've been saying about Ethan Wanyeri with his Football Manager. If he doesn't start Wednesday, get him out on loan. Loan him out. February, March 2, we could make a list of things more likely than Mikel getting over the line, getting struck by lightning, winning the lotto, getting cancer, getting cured cancer for starters. Facts, man. He's got to get over the line, and he. Gunnar Farzad, big up my friend. Gabriel bench in Kippy, centre back, Skelly left back. Farzad, I think starting Incape and Mosquera together in a game like Brighton Cup game, I don't know. It's a bit worrying for me. I don't think our squad. People go on about our squad depth. I don't think it's that good with that pairing. I don't think it's that good with that pairing to get past Brighton. Remember, Brighton's going for this. Brighton sees this cup as an opportunity because they're not going to win the Premiership. They'll probably struggle to finish in Europe, or there might be roundabouts the Conference League. But this is definitely one cup a team like Brighton can win. And if they knock Arsenal out, that's a big scalp. So you can't put a centre back pairing together that's never played together. Kepa, White, Mosquera, Incapi, Skelly, Norgard, Marino, Wanyeri, Dowman, Trossard. A lot of you are saying Dowman. That back four would worry me though. Skelly, Incapi, Mosquera, White. Remember, you're playing Brighton. You're not playing like, no disrespects, you're not playing a muggy team, are you? You know, you got to keep it fairly solid. Otherwise, we might as well just not turn up. And this is a cup we cannot throw away. This is the first big test this season for a lot of fans to see where we are. Because if we don't get past the Brighton on Wednesday, the old can of worms will be open again. I mean, Kepa, not Raya. Yeah, same here, my friend. I totally the same. When I put the team up, I'd put Kepa in instead of Raya. No Rice, no Timber, no Saka. No, don't want to see them. Don't want to see them. Give them the rest. They need the rest. Yeah, you got to manage this squad properly, people. Darren Martin, thanks, bro. Some nasty babes. There are some nasty babes about Curvy. Quite the first, Darren Martin. Big up, everyone. Make sure that you're smashing a like, people. Make sure you sub. If you haven't subbed, why not? And yeah, big up, because YouTube are doing all sorts of madness at the moment, people. So, score prediction for Wednesday. Before we get out of town and wrap it up and say goodnight, farewell, Auf Wiedersehen, goodbye. Ooh. 2-1 Arsenal. I'm going to go 2-1 Arsenal Wednesday. 2-1 Arsenal. Yeah, 2-1 Arsenal. Eze like Ranieri being held back. Martin, we've been saying it for ages, brother. We've been saying it for ages. I hope this kid gets a chance. He's such a talent. He really is a talent, and I'm just worried about him. And if he ain't going to play him and he doesn't like him, put him out on loan so he can come back and strengthen our squad next season. Don't hold him back just for depth. That's not what he don't deserve that. 2-1, yeah, I'll go 2-1. Should be 3-1, it should be, but I don't see 3 goals in us, to be honest. When he's amazing, he is amazing. Fuck YouTube, big up DJB, up the Arsenal. Big up Lebowski, my friend. Big up, my friend. Thank you very much, brother. But it'll probably be 1-0 stinker. It might even go 1-1, you know. It's no extra time, is it? It's just straight penalties, isn't it? Is it 90 minutes and penalties? I've lost my head, man. I can't even remember. Honestly, I'm so hyped up over this Premier League at the moment. Right to penalties. Yeah, I thought it was. Penalties. Could go penalties. Could be one of them. Could be one of them nights, people. Yeah? Could be one of them nights. Penalty time. You know what I mean? Imagine that. Hence why we went out against Grimsby. Yeah, the old Grimsby. Go on, Grimsby. Man United have turned the corner a little bit, haven't they? I'm watching man like Fernandes and Casemiro. I mean, what's Casemiro been eating? Is he like Popeye or something? Spinach. Guy's a different player. They wanted him hung, drawn, and quartered last season. Wanted him gone. Legs are gone, finished. Get rid of him. Burn him. Whatever. Now he's looking like incredible. Yeah. Forest away next week. They ain't on it. Watch what happens. Did you see that Man United fan? He's not cutting his hair until Man United win 5 on the bounce. And because it's been, I think, about I don't know how many seasons, 3 or 4 seasons, whatever, he hasn't cut his hair for years. And he looks like prime Marouane Fellaini. He's not cutting his hair until Man United win 5 on the bounce. Honestly, it's out there somewhere. I don't know. My son showed me it today. Casemiro, Popeye. He is Popeye. I don't know what he's eating. He looks a completely different player. I don't know what's happened. DJB, no VAR in this match. No VAR, straight to penalties. Old school game, my friend. Proper match. No VAR, none of this. Penalty shootout. Get in. Hey, mate, his hairdo is bigger than the fucking Great Wall of China. Needs a hacksaw for that time. We win 5 in a row. I'm telling you. Do you know what, right? Man United are my biggest rivals. Not Spurs, not Chelsea. For me personally, it's always been Man United. Yeah. Goes back years. It goes back 70s, 80s, all sorts. Right. But I'm glad Man United are turning the corner. Because for me, a strong Man United team is a healthy Premiership. Yeah, I like that rivalry. I like that kind of going to Old Trafford and getting a result at Old Trafford when Man United are really playing well. I think he's brilliant. So, yeah, I like that. I like that. I don't want to see Man United in the mud. I want to see a healthy Man United. Makes the Premiership much better. Jamboy 89, thanks, bro. High standards. Always high standards. Always set your standards high, no matter what. Jamboy does. I think so, DJB. Absolutely. Thanks, DJB. Man, you are also my biggest rivals. Yeah, they always have been. They always have been. I think because I had annoying. There was a couple of people at school that I used to play football with, and they were Man United fans. And I think what annoyed me was I couldn't get my head round living in London, the East End of London. Why was you supporting a Man United fan? None of their family came from Man United, from Manchester. No connection of Manchester whatsoever. They just supported Man United, and I couldn't get my head around it. I could understand supporting Chelsea, Tottenham, West Ham, Orient, Charlton, Arsenal, and they used to really lord it up. And I think that's where it comes from, isn't it? That school playground banter when you're a football fan is like war, isn't it? Do you remember, like, you used to watch it on a Saturday? You'd watch a game on a Saturday, and if your team got beat by the team who's what most of the kids support in your school, waking up Monday morning for school used to be hell because you knew you were getting it. You knew you were getting it. That year, honestly, man, remember when West Ham done us once? I was frightened to go out of the house. I mean, imagine, yeah. I remember coming home from the FA Cup final when West Ham beat us. And I had, before I went, I put all Arsenal flags in my bedroom window. I had Arsenal scarves hanging up. And my brother was a West Ham fan. God bless him. He's no longer with us now. And I remember turning the corner, looking up at my bedroom window, and he took all my Arsenal stuff down and put claret and blue up. It was like, oh. And then I knew that in school I was going to get it. I was going to get it. And boy, did I get it big time. It's the worst. It's the worst feeling. We've all been there as football fans. You know the feeling. Or when you're at work. When you're at work and you're working with Spurs fans and all rival fans and they've done us. And you got to go to work the following day. And you know you're getting it, don't you? You know you're getting it. I know what I'm doing till 4 a.m. Big up, everyone. Well, people, it has been an absolute brilliant sit back. I've really enjoyed it. I haven't got a clue where 2 hours has gone. Not a clue. Lynch, I'm not going Wednesday, nor is Kenny Ken. We're not going Wednesday. I put my tickets on the exchange. And I'm glad you reminded me because there won't be any mingle on Wednesday. I'm just going to have a little break for a couple of days because I've been really, really busy. And I'm going to catch up on a few things, people. Yeah, I'll be switching off for a couple of days because I've been busy at work, like massively busy at work, and I've got some time off. And there's a few things I've got to do. There's a few things personally I've got to do. So there'll be no mingle on Wednesday. The following Wednesday, the mingle will be back. So make sure you join me in Nautsky. Sunday sit back session will be on next Sunday, though. This will be on next Sunday. So look out for that. I will be putting some little shorts up, stuff like that. So look up for that. Look out for that. What else have I got coming up? Tuesday, the retro show will be on. So make sure you tune in for the retro show, me and Shane. I'll probably go 4-2 up. I'll probably go 4-2 up on Shane. You know, it is what it is, unfortunately. I don't know, I might hit a little bottom left corner and go 4-2 up, or I might go top right and go 4-2 up. I don't know, but if you haven't checked out the retro show, have a look on the playlist. It's all on there. It's a brilliant show to watch. Go through all the old kits and everything, and we do have a laugh. And me and Shane have a little competition at the end of I pick out a top that I think everyone will vote for, and then Shane picks out a retro top that he thinks everyone votes for, and then we put it to the chat and get their opinion. May the best man win. Obviously DJB, but there you go. We lost the first ever Manchester derby in the FA Cup final. If that wasn't bad enough, they went on a replicate our treble winning season, booting. I know, mate. I know. But big up to them. I know they're our rivals, but Alex Ferguson was just amazing, wasn't he? Eric Cantona, I mean, what a player he was. Paul Scholes, you know, they've had some great players over the years, really good players over the years, Man United. Huge club, massive football club, massive. 3-1 for me, mate. Yeah, 4-2. Let's hope it don't go to penalties on Wednesday because, yeah, don't want that. Definitely don't want that. Been a pleasure, DJB. You too, my friend. Got to relax for a couple of days and now at least enjoy seeing Arsenal at the top. I am gassed Arsenal at the top. I'm an happy Arsenal fan. Why wouldn't you be? I'm over the moon. Long may it continue. Chat, you've been absolute legends as usual. Jamboy, Lynch. And we've had some new ones in tonight, which is brilliant. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you for your support. Suge has been in. Lebo Biscuits, if I've said your name wrong, I apologise. Thank you very much. Number one box crasher. Hello, DJB. You have to give Arteta his flowers this season. I will do. 100%. 100%. And I do give credit where credit's due. I mean, if Arteta's got it right and he's done all the right things, I'll say hats off to him. Do I still want another manager? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I just think that he's run his time. I just don't think he can raise the bar any higher. But yeah, give credit where credit's due. 100%. Everything's going right. But when you've had £1 billion and 6 years in the job, you should be getting it right, shouldn't you? Let's be honest. If you've had the amount of time this manager's had and the amount of money that's been spent, you should be getting something right by now, shouldn't you? So what he's doing ain't out the ordinary. It's expected. He's manager of Arsenal Football Club. I've always been Arteta out. I want to be proven wrong this season. He can win big trophies. I hope so. Time will tell. Let's keep our feet on the ground. Let's enjoy it. Yeah, stay on that wave with me and my man Lynch. We're on that wave. And let's hope it don't crash on the beach anytime soon, yeah? Always a blast, DJB. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you, Lynch. Always do my best, as usual. Always. Great chat, this one. Thanks, Jamboy. 100%. 100. Thanks, Curvy. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully you've subbed, smashed a like, and tell everyone about the channel, because that's how we grow, people. That's how we grow. We're all part of the community. Massive big up to everyone. I've tried to get through all your comments. It's hard work. Trust me, it's not easy. If I've missed you out, I apologise. I do apologise if I've missed anyone out. Let's just check the super chats. Suge, as always, 100%. And big up to everyone. I'm not sure who's live. Kawaja, who's live? Is Northside live or Lee's live? If any of them live, go and show them some love. Tell them DJB sent you. And yeah, big up to everyone. Stay safe. Keep warm. The temperature's dropped. But Arsenal are still hot. Big up to everyone, yeah? Catch you all later. Take care. Love. Bless. Good night.